Good day and welcome back, everybody. Today we are going to do Cloud Peak. It is the highest point in Wyoming's Bighorn Mountains with an elevation of about 13,201 feet. You're looking at about a round trip of 23 miles with over 5,000 feet of elevation gain. There's no established trail to the summit after Misty Moon Lake. Most people will be starting at West Tensleep Trailhead and camp at Misty Moon before reaching it to the top. In this video, I'm going to try to document the climb and just try to show you guys what it's all going to be about. So just enjoy. Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are at West Tensleep Campground. It's located in the Bighorn National Forest in Wyoming, near the Cloud Peak Wilderness. It's raining out here. We got our friend's tent. He's already set up. He beat us here. My brother's setting up his tent right now. That's the Copper Ultralight Spur, I think it's called. This is the campground. Again, this is West Tensleep Campground. We got a fire ring. We'll see if we use that. I don't know. So we're gonna get set up and get going on some of this. Get my tent set up in this rain, but I gotta do it. Okay, I have the tent set up. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little stressful. I had to kind of set it up a million miles an hour. But it is set up. Out. Very nice. It rained for quite a while. Probably like an hour or two.
Can I get you guys anything?
Got camp kind of ready to go. Luke's down there fishing somewhere. I think we're gonna relax and play some ring toss. Look at that, it's so gorgeous. Our friend out there started a fire. He's gonna see if he can get some cooking out here. It's for me. I'm gonna get woken up, changed, dressed, and think about sharing this trail. I'll still take a Red Bull Juneberry edition. I have to steal one of these for the road. Ooh, that water's cold. Campsite pretty much packed up here. That's where Luke's tent was. That's where my tent, Colin's tent. Beautiful campground here. It was super quiet night at the West Tensleep Campground. Didn't hear any bears, nothing like that. It was absolutely gorgeous all night long, and the moon looked gorgeous over this lake too down here. Look at this trailhead, it's full. This is the West Tensleep Trailhead. It's pretty much overnight packing and it's packed. This is 4th of July weekend, it's July 5th, so we got pretty lucky. We're gonna be packing up here, doing some last minute gear checks, and we're out. Time to hit the trail. Get to the trailhead early and possibly try not to do it on a holiday weekend. You'll be a lot less stressed with your parking situation. Hard to get here, the West Tensleep Trailhead, the Cloud Peak Wilderness. Registering right now. As we make our way closer on the West Tensleep Trailhead. wilderness. Still in the pines, below 10,000. It's a great overlook. That peak right there is. If I got the map, I could figure it out. Good view opening up here. Cloud's gonna be showing itself soon, I think. Violets too. We got yellows. Got this beautiful view here. My brother has come down with some pretty bad altitude sickness. We've lost him, unfortunately, but he's not far behind. I've lost my other hiking partner as well, somewhere above 9,000 and below 10,500. Getting close to the first alpine lake, Lake Helen. Pretty sure you can see Cloud Peak in the distance. All the way up there. There's Luke and Colton, and I'm not sure is in view anymore, but that's Cloud Peak right there. You can see clouds moving in. We gotta get to camp. Really getting into the mountains now. About 30 minutes from Misty Moon Lake. All right, I'm back, folks. I had to quit recording for about 3 hours because we got caught in a hailstorm, a freak thunderstorm, summer squall, and it just rained down hail and blew everything. It actually destroyed my tent. Not gonna lie, it did. It completely obliterated the tent. I had to get in my brother's tent, actually. That orange one right there. And we had to like take shelter in there and wait for the storm to pass. After the storm passed and everything cooled down, I did actually manage to repair it. It was extraordinarily difficult. I had to refix all the shock cords and one of the tent poles snapped. Luckily, I had an emergency brace. I'm thankful for that. And now I finally get to soak in all these views. It's July 5th and it is chilly in the mountains. After that sunset, we definitely started losing a little bit of light, and with that came a lot less warmth. Kind of layered up like it's winter out right now, but it is cold up here. Gonna go meet them over by these rocks. I know I look a little ridiculous right now. This is the second night in the Bighorn Mountains. The first night was at the West Tensleep Campground. Second night is at Misty Moon Lake. As you can see, it is getting dark out here. They're in their tents, ready for the night. Beautiful clouds rolling in. Cloud Peak. What am I pointing? Right there. It's the next morning, everybody. And it's been beautiful so far. It was a very, very quiet night. It's had thunderstorms come in the last 2 afternoons out here. I'm expecting another one today. We're at 10,500 feet. That's where our elevation is. That's where we've been camped. Pretty deep into the Bighorn Mountains of Wyoming. We're not gonna do cloud today, but we are gonna do some exploring. My friends are down there working on the water filter. friends are kind of hard to see, but you can see they're making their way up there. Getting closer to Cloud Peak right there. We're gonna set up camp somewhere up in here and make a new base camp a little closer. I'm a little paranoid about afternoon thunderstorms around here. I mean, there's already ominous clouds everywhere. All right, just an update for you folks. We are going to make camp out here, so we're gonna go back to our actual base camp, pack up and bring it out here. This is our new location with Cloud Peak in view. My brother, I think he feels like he might have recovered a bit, so he might be up for Cloud, but either way I will make it to the summit one way or another. Luke, he might be down for the count too, unfortunately, but we'll see. But yeah, we're gonna go get our packs and make a base camp here. There's more alpacas coming. Or llamas, excuse me, llamas are coming. All right, I think we're gonna be saying goodbye to Misty Moon Lake. This was just gorgeous, gorgeous. Probably one of the most scenic camp spots I've ever been to. And we're gonna be making our way into the mountains even more that way. Bye-bye, Misty Moon. We'll see you again though. We're just leaving for now. Able to get the tent set up, so we're sitting pretty good here. This is our campsite. Pretty gorgeous. Could do some climbing out here. I've been a little lax with filming just because I'm out here for 5 nights and I gotta make the batteries last. But good morning, everybody. It's July 7th. It's 6 a.m. and we are on our way to summit Cloud Peak. Right there. This is the valley we're gonna descend down into before we make our way back up that way. You can see my brother right there. There's a tent down there. You probably can't see it, but this is a popular camping spot too. There's a beautiful waterfall there. We're gonna walk past on the way to Cloud. This way will lead you to Lake Solitude. This way leads you to Cloud Peak. Gonna descend into the valley. There's my brother still ahead of me. Such beautiful streams everywhere you go out here. Evidence of a campsite, definitely. Not supposed to have fire out here at this elevation though. Not like wood's easy to come by. Took a pretty bad whipper pretty early into this trip. Fell on my hand and I possibly injured it. We're gonna keep going, see how it goes here. Definitely a little sketch here. It's just me now, all alone up here. Gotta admit, guys, I'm kind of nervous. I'm nervous. Starting to get very rocky up in here. Came all the way from the valley down there. We're getting higher. Getting higher. This is definitely not a walk in the playground here. This is serious business up here. One fall, wrong slip, and you could be in a lot of trouble. Cairns to mark the way. In case I didn't mention it, Colton did go back to base camp. He's good on this. Even at 11,200 we have flowers still. We're at about 11,500 feet. We're getting into some snow fields up here. Intense sun that way. up ahead is a giant boulder field. Sorry for the sun. It looks very intimidating. They have that violet color because it helps protect it from freezing at these high elevation and low temperatures. We're getting high. We're getting higher. I just pulse hold pretty big there. Gotta be careful. Gotta get on these rocks. I see the peak up there. It just came within view for the first time. Holy crap. Holy crap. It's incredible. It's 9 a.m. Almost on the dot. We're getting really high up now. The summit's in view. I'm getting pretty tired. Really tired. I really need to get to the summit. I don't have much time left. I have to change into my micro spikes. This is it. We're almost to the top of Cloud Peak. 13,200. Wow. It's a glacier. It's 9:30. I'm gonna be leaving by 10. I've never felt emotion climbing a mountain like this before. It was the most invigorating and exhilarating moment of my entire life climbing this. This is just insane. My time at the summit here is going to be short and sweet. It's 10 a.m. and that's my turnaround time, so it's time to get out of here. There's clouds rolling in and I want to get down. I'd love to stay up here, but I'd never forgive myself if I got in a serious situation, because I did. I just don't like the way it looks up here. It still feels like winter up here. It's really cold. Gotta chain up with these spikes again. I don't want to start sliding and go over this edge. Be careful here. You don't want a post hole. Trying to make it to those rocks right there. Good, how are you guys?
Pretty good.
Congrats on making it all the way up here.
Thank you.
Having fun?
About to.
Two hikers been on the way down. How's them going down? These clouds sure are. Yeah, that's making me nervous. I made some progress getting down, but it's getting a lot more difficult, and I'm getting tired. I'm getting a headache. I want to rest, but I know I can't. Gotta keep going. My next obstacle is to make that saddle traverse and get down. So I gotta make it to that saddle as my next option here. I'm getting tired, definitely dragging. $11:15. Making good time, really. Alright, let's keep going. Time to make it over this mountain here. Go down into there. Have to go. We're nearing the saddle now. I have to navigate myself up and go through all that. This could be considered the most dangerous part of the climb because it does get steep on both sides here. Okay, we made it past the saddle. We're kind of making our way a little bit further back. I have really hurt my hand and I've really hurt my foot, so I need to get back. Pretty bad. This boulder field just feels like it goes on for miles and miles and miles. Doesn't end. Finally moving into some easier terrain here. Got a gorgeous view below. I think we've passed the last snowfield on the way down. There's a cairn. Seeing all the cairns this time. The boulder field continues. Feels like we're never gonna make it off this mountain. Will it rain today? I'm really just finally coming off of that mountain into this valley. I'm gonna be able to go down into there. This has been a long journey, long journey. I'm exhausted. Continuing to make our way deeper into this valley off Cloud Peak. The stream's starting to pick up and we're getting close to the start of the river. I've just made it down this whole boulder field. Oh God, that looks like a lot when you look at it from this angle. The rest of it should be a lot easier and smoother sailing. It's Cloud Peak, guys. We did it. We're almost there. Still got a ways to go here, but we have made it some easier terrain. Found a real trail. For me right now, the way down is taking a lot longer than the way up did. I'm just dragging hardcore right now. Still trying to get down into there. Oh, that is so much further away than it looks. Oh, wow. Let's keep going. Made it back into the valley. Now, let's take that path, loop up in that mountain and around to get back to camp. Finally out of all the craziness in there. Wow. Wow, that's all I can say. Good morning, folks. It's a cloudless day in the Bighorn Mountains. Not a cloud in the sky. I would have much rather done Cloud Peak on a day like this. Just gorgeous. Totally blue. I have a surprise for y'all. I'll show you what it is here in a second. We're gonna crack this monster. Wow.
Oh my. What is that, a 10-3? Oh.
Might as well take another.
You're right, you're right.
Little trip update for y'all folks. We're gonna be getting out tomorrow. We're gonna try to get to the top of that mountain by Misty Moon Lake. Getting closer to the top of Misty Moon Summit, which is right there. Quite a walk, honestly. We're gonna attack it probably by going up this part. I think this is Colton's first rock scramble. Is this your first rock scramble?
Could be.
Colton's almost at the summit. There's no rocks at the top of this summit. Cloud Peak, Bomber Peak. We're going to be making our way down this beautiful summit here. Not sure what the name of the summit was, but let me show you some more of the views before I head down. That's a view towards the west. You can see really deep into that valley. That's to the north, the east, and the south. You can see it doesn't take much time for some progress to be made here. That lake below is Misty Moon Lake. We became very familiar with old Misty Moon. I haven't talked about it a whole lot, but I'm fairly sure I did break my pinky finger climbing Cloud Peak. I broke it very soon into the climb, but kept climbing anyway. I'm glad I did, to be honest with you. It was extraordinarily dangerous, and I really worry about what would happen to somebody if they broke their foot or leg or arm or hand up there. Luckily it was just my finger, so I managed, but it does make me concerned. If you ever go to do Cloud Peak, make sure you don't do it solo like I did. It's just very, very dangerous. And watch your step. This is incredibly gorgeous, all these wildflowers. Actually a fairly steep descent here. That's the peak we just came down. It doesn't look like much from here, but gosh, it's so deceiving out here. Kind of sucks to think we're going to be leaving these beautiful mountains soon. It sucks, but it's gorgeous. It's so pretty. All right guys, we're packed up. We're probably going to be saying goodbye to this gorgeous area. I don't know if we're going to make it all the way back to the car or not. It's going to depend entirely on how everybody feels, so we'll see. I'm all packed up, gears on, and I'm doing one last look through in these mountains. Make sure we got everything, and I'm out. This pack is not any bit lighter than it was when I started. That's the mountain my brother and I summited right there. Looks a lot bigger from down here. Misty Moon Lake coming up. I bet that orange tent there, it's probably doing Cloud Peak. Gonna keep making our way down. I believe this is called Lake Helen. Big old rock here. I wonder who built these things. They're pretty nifty. Show another good view of Cloud Peak from here. Looks like some clouds rolling in. Definitely getting into the pines a bit more. This log is a good seat. There's some pretty impressive peaks there. I wonder what those are. They don't look very hospitable. Ah, this is a good sign. Entering pastures and meadows again. That means we're getting close to the end. Just refilled at this creek here. So currently trying to make our way out of the mountains here. Still on the trail. Been hiking for a while now. Pretty cool boulder field here. A lot of them in there. I am really starting to hurt now. My back is killing me. Feels like it's being crushed. Still got a ways to go. First time I crossed this creek, I took my shoes off for it. This time I don't care. Can at least try to make it as far as possible first. I think we're getting close to the end here. That's the lake that we came from.